All right, we're gonna take a look at this large Brian Bolland Killing Joke Artist Edition. Look, it's almost as large as me. A little bit about myself. My name is Walden Wong. I'm a comic book artist for Marvel and DC Comics. You can check out my website. It's waldenwongart.com. And if you enjoy these videos that I make for you, please think about supporting me over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/waldenwongart. Over there, there's different tiers that you can check out. So without further ado, let's take a look at this Brian Bolland Batman The Killing Joke Gallery Edition. Here we go. Alright, so this is what it came in. Here's the box. It's actually the original gallery edition box. When I got this, it also had an outer shipping box, so it's pretty heavy. It's pretty thick, and those of you who need to see the barcode, here it is. And if this is available on Amazon, I'll add links below the video description. So I'm going to open this up for the first time so we can all take a look at it together. So here is Batman The Killing Joke, Brian Bolland edition. Wow, look how big this is. I'm going to measure this out to let you know how large this gallery edition is. So the width of this is almost 13 and a half inches, and the height of this is about 20 and a half inches. Okay, we're going to take a look at the cover artwork. Here it is. It's still wrapped in cellophane. And then I'm going to open this up a little bit later. Okay, and then here's the back. Here's the back of it. Graffiti designs, Brian Bolland Gallery Edition. And then on the back, there's this piece of sheet of paper in there. And then we're going to take a look at the spine. DC Comics, this is pretty heavy. Batman The Killing Joke, Brian Bolland, right over here. And let's see how thick this book is. It's roughly almost an inch and a half, so larger than those artist editions by IDW. So I'm going to open this up now. We're going to take a look at this together. Okay. Here we go. So, spot gloss on the back. Okay, matte backgrounds. Okay, we're gonna remove this piece of paper. Put it here. Okay. Just gonna leave it right over here. And then here's the cover. Matte finish. And spot on the spine. So let's take a look at this and see what this consists of. Okay, so here's, let's see, I'm going to open this book. It's from the center first. Okay, and some of you would like to see how the spine looks from here. Okay, so when this is open, the spine is like this. Okay, I'm going to open it all the way. Okay, so there is some weirdness going on over here. Like the paper is kind of like detaching itself, or the glue, so I just pressed it back into place. Okay, so let's take a look at the first page. Let me turn on the light so it's brighter. Here we go. Okay, so we have the DC logos, the different logos throughout the years. Here's one of the let's take a look here. So this is the inside front cover. Let's take a look at the inside back cover. So the same image, except the logos are on the left side on the back, and then on the front is on the right side. We're going to go to the next page. Batman The Killing Joke and Other Short Stories. You're Going Mad. Okay, from Graffiti Designs, right over here. Okay. The Batmobile. We're going to go to the next page. This is a fairly large book. Let me put this here. Okay, here's the table of contents. Freeway of Fun. Freeway of Fear. The fun is crossed out. I'm going to hold this closer to the camera, so those of you who wants to read some of the information, you can pause the video. Here's this. Okay, and then the top part over here, credits, and then the table of contents. Okay, feel free to take a picture of the table of contents if you're looking on the computer, screen capture, so when I go through the pages, you can see what everything is. And then here's the bottom. Go closer for that information if you need to see it. And then we have this information. Okay, putting this heavy book back down. Go to the next page. Introduction. Who wrote the introduction? Letter Richard Starkings. He wrote the introduction. So the introduction has, looks like 3 pages. It's a letter, so, you know, likes lettering. So I'm going to bring this closer so you can read the whole thing. Again, feel free to screen capture there, here, here, and then this one. Wow, this book is heavy. And then again, pause and play. So if you wanted to read all that, you'll be able to see that. And then, wouldn't it be funny if Richard Starkings actually lettered this page, his introduction himself? Okay, we have all of this information up here. Okay, and then this, and then this. And then this one. Okay, and then the next page we're going to go from here, then here, and then you can rewind back a little bit just to read some of the information here, and then down there. Oh man, this is heavy. Okay, and then we have the Killing Joke, and then this information here. Okay, from Graffiti Designs. All right, hopefully there's no more text to read, and then we're going to go on and look at the artwork. So here is the Killing Joke. I guess this is the preliminary and color roughs over here. This one looks like there's a overlay, so the lettering page is right over here, and then here's the artwork that was done on 11 by 17 artwork, and then the overlay, so you guys can see the letters. Go to the next page, more words. Okay, Batman the Killing Joke was done in 1988. Here, Paul's that information if you want to see that. Okay, going back out. Next page, finally. So some of these original scans, they'll have the original artwork. Like over here, you see some of the yellowish. This one says original format. So original format is, I don't know what original format means. So 11 by 17. This is the size of original artwork, and this is, I don't know what that means. Original format. Okay. So this is the comic book size, unless the art paper was drawn a little bit larger, and then they reduced it into the 11 by 17, this size. Okay, I want to go to the next page. Interesting. Is everything original format on the left side and then original art on the right side? No. Interesting. So these are different pages, but the first 2 pages has original format, and then this page, both of them seems to have a little bit of yellow scans. Let's see, like this is scanning color. This looks like it's also scanning color. So I'm not quite sure what this original format is. Those of you who do know what that word original format, please comment down below and let me know. This one I do see some of the blue lines on the corner, but this one doesn't. You know what? I see the blue lines over here too. So not quite sure what that original format means. Maybe scan and then rescan. Same thing happening here. Okay. The credits will be properly waived to be, let's see. These credits will probably have to be removed, but I thought Richard did a good job. Okay. Richard Starkings. Here we go to the next page. You know, I don't know, like, looking at artist editions myself, I don't know if it's necessary to have like an original format here and then the scan here. Like, I think we can go do without this. I'd rather see the artwork in full size, the scan of the original black and white over here. But this seems like a waste of pages for me. And now we go over here, and now there's no original format. So who knows what, I mean, I didn't really read what all that stuff was about, you know, in the front, because I'm doing this video. But again, those of you who do know, comment down below. Okay, Richard Starking's signature over here, the letterer. Then we have this page. One of the first books I ever bought in a prestige format, a larger format, was the Batman Killing Joke. I remember buying it in a comic book store, and it was like, at the time it was like $3.50, which was kind of like expensive during that time. Comic books these days are well over $4, $5. Okay, so now we get to see, oh, okay, so these are paste-ons. The scans are so good that I can see some of the artwork underneath the paste-ups. Scan from production blackline. This one's scanned from production blackline. So now I'm getting to think that, okay, so the publisher, Graffiti Design, probably sent a call out asking people if they have Batman Killing Joke or Brian Bolland artwork. Those that does have it will send the publisher a scan so they can get the scan of the artwork here. If they don't have it, they're probably trying to compile the whole story where they have all the pages so people can read the book over here as well. Not scanned from the original art. See, that's what I'm talking about. So this is scanned from the original art when it's larger. This was probably a file that DC Comics had that they wanted to put in there. So this tells me that this whole book here has a complete story, but not scans of all the original artwork. Some of the original artwork was probably sold or in personal collections, and then the publisher can't get a hold of the personal collectors to send a scan, because artwork's probably all over the world. So this is one way for them to put the complete story into the book. Okay, here's this. And then we see some of the tape mask up. I remember getting those when I was working in comic books, and some of these tapes will just fall off, especially over time. If you collect these and you have these tape, it's better to peel it off. Otherwise, it's just going to continue deteriorating your artwork. It's going to turn it yellow. Not scanned from the original art. So my wonder is, like, if you have the original art this larger size, and if it's not scanned. If it's not scanned from the original artwork, why not just blow it up to match the larger size? As a artist myself, I would rather see the art larger. I understand how you guys are making the scan smaller to let the readers and viewers know that it's not scanned from original art, but I myself rather have this done like larger. Even though if it's not scanned, you can just put the words "not scanned from original art" like on the top or on the bottom. Just make it like a full page. Sometimes it's kind of weird to see like a smaller page and all of a sudden a larger page. If you're trying to get consistent with the story, why not just get consistent with art and just blow it up? We can tell that it's not scanned from original art. The pages that are scanned from original art is the blue lines over here, and then these ones that doesn't have that blue line markings, we know that it's not scanned from original art. It was scanned from the original art, but it was later saved in a file, and then it was not used. Like we can't see the blue lines on it. So this one looks like Brian Bolland colored it. Maybe it was hand coloring. Scanned from production blue lines, colored by John Higgins. So it was. So they didn't even have the black and white image for this. They only had the color image. DC Comics. Okay, here's this. Okay, there's more of this page. So those of you who are watching this video and thinking about getting it, I'm gonna flip through every page instead of like flipping through quickly, so you can get a sample of what this book consists of. So if you're on the verge of getting it, hopefully this video will help you. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Walden Wong. I'm a comic book artist. I do work for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image, IDW, Dark Horse. Been working comics for quite some time. You can also find out more about me. My website is waldenwongart.com, and over there's like a lot of links that you can look at. Some of the artworks I've done in the past, a shop, Amazon page where you can order some of the art supplies that I work on. So feel free to take a look at my website. It's waldenwongart.com. And for those of you who enjoy me making these videos and you want to show support, feel free to check out my Patreon page. It's patreon.com/waldenwongart. Over there, there's different tiers that you can take a look at. I also post exclusive content, behind the scenes imagery, some artwork that I've done, pages that's not published for big publishers. So take a look at that. So it's patreon.com/waldenwongart. So now Killing Joke seems like it's done. So the end of Killing Joke is here. This is where they talk about the flashlight, turning off the flashlight in an insane asylum, and things like that. So that is maybe, I would say, a quarter of the book. So there's a little bit more left. So let's see how much was the Killing Joke. Killing Joke was this much, and these are other Brian Bolland pages. So let's take a look at those quickly. They should just call this Brian Bolland's art page, as opposed to the Killing Joke. Okay, so this is Mystery in Space, published in 1981. Writer is Arnold Drake. Brian Bolland artist. Lettering is Ben Oda, and coloring is someone else. His coloring is Jerry Sherp. Here's this. So you can see with Killing Joke, the art is a little bit more detailed. More detailed as in Brian Bolland getting better at his artwork. This is some of the... What year was this made? What year? Let me take a look at this. So Mystery in Space was 1981. Okay. And what year was Killing Joke? Let's take a look at Killing Joke. Did it say what year Killing Joke was made? Let's take a look. Here. Nope, it didn't say, but I'm sure we can find out. Okay. If you do know, feel free to comment down below on the video. So let's continue on with some of the Brian Bolland pages. Yeah, Brian Bolland is like one of my favorite artists. Very detailed. These days, he's still creating comic book artwork, but he does it digitally, and his line work is so good that when you're looking at his art, it looks like it's drawn on Bristol board, like traditional pen and ink. That kind of looks like the Joker over there. Okay, we have this. Okay, turn the page. These pages are thick. The pages that I'm flipping, they feel thick. It kind of feels like it's two pages that's stuck together. So I'm double checking to make sure I don't miss any pages here. Here's this. Okay, next is The Princess and the Frog, The Prince and the Witch, Heartthrobs. So that earlier one was a short story, 8 pages. Let's see if this one has all the pages. So there's page 1 of The Princess and the Frog. Page 2, look how nice the rendering is on the frog over here. And then we have page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, and then that was the 6 pages. Okay, now we have An Innocent Guy, done in 1996. So we have page 1, then we have page 2, page 3, Batman, the Batmobile, and then the next page we have the Penguin, we have Two-Face, we have, I don't know who these characters are. Okay, we have this page, not scanned from the original. Okay, we have this one, and then that's it for that one. Next is Justice League of America, number 200, chapters. What was chapter 6? Okay. Here's this one. So this is page 40 right here. This one's listed as page 40, so maybe it was a compilation book that they worked on, and the story starts there. See all these yellowing? There's all these yellowing. So there's, originally I can think there's some kind of glue on top and it was removed, or these were stats. Okay. So if you're an original art collector and you see these stats that's glue stick on top, such as these, I highly recommend you remove those stats. Otherwise, over time, they're just going to start turning more and more yellow, and eventually it's going to fall off by itself anyway. So better to remove it when you purchase the original artwork right away, so it doesn't continue turning yellow. Because it's going to be those work balloon stats and captions, they're eventually going to fall off. Might as well just remove it and prevent the pages from turning more yellow. Okay, so this one, and then now we have the cover gallery. Okay, there's Wonder Woman, and then we have these. This one doesn't have the trade dressing. This one has the trade dressing. Okay, so why not just put the trade dressing here if you're gonna make like an overlay on this and make the trade dressing. Keep things consistent, guys. Make sure you keep things consistent. If you're gonna have trade dressing, might as well have it on there. This could be when, what year was this one? It could be when artwork was done without the trade dressing and letters were placed on top, and this was how it was done before. Doesn't even line up. Okay. And then just had a stat on top. You see the yellowing over here? It just fell off. Same with these. These were pasted on. I can see the little lines over here. But we're not looking at the trade dressing. We're looking at the artwork. Okay, we have this one. So this is a stat of a correction. So originally, Brian Bolland drew it this way, and there was some editorial changes, and then they attach this on top. So that was a stat. Okay, so when they peeled this, they accidentally peeled some of the artwork. So the stat that was pasted on top, they just removed it, and then it ripped off some of the artwork over there. Okay, Camelot, another graphic novel that Brian Bolland worked on. So here's the covers. Brian Bolland worked on a lot of artwork, a lot of beautiful artwork. Camelot 3000, pencil original. I don't know, this ain't no pencil original. These looks like inks. Okay, it totally looks like inks. This is no pencil, unless Brian Bolland is drawing really dark with a HB pencil. This is really dark. Is this scanned from? Okay. Yeah, these pencils are really dark. Okay, you know, if these pencils are drawn so, if these are indeed the pencils, why ink it at all? Let me see. There's line weights. I do see some pencil smudging over here. Okay, I don't know. I mean, these are some more pages. This one perplexes me. Really want to know if this is a mistake, where it's like not really a pencil original, or if it was indeed inked. Those of you who do know, please comment down below and let me know, because I'm curious too. That one was for, comment down below and say this is for the cover for Camelot 3000 number 2, page 1. Okay, here's this. And then we have more Camelot artwork. I like how the side has a Camelot 3000 and it has the year that the art was done. Here's this. And the overlay, where's this overlay for? Oh, overlays for this side. Let's take a look at it without. And here's an overlay. A lot of spatter effect. Very, very cool. Very, very clean. Very, very soft. Nice gradation. This is Camelot 3000 fourth cover. Okay. And then Green Lantern. So a lot of cover work. So the earlier pages, I'm going to skip ahead. Yeah, so earlier pages was a lot of some interiors, and then now we're getting into majority of his cover work. So Brian Bolland did do a lot of interior work, but these days he's known to do a lot of cover work instead. I'm going to zoom in a little closer. Okay. So tell me what your favorite Brian Bolland cover is, or your favorite Brian Bolland's artwork is. Comment down below. I'll respond to every. I remember this one. This one is the Animal Man cover. They keep using this image for graphic novels and hardcovers and trade paperback. This Animal Man. So Brian Bolland did a lot of Animal Man covers. So I'm glad they're able to get the original scans of the artwork as opposed to using the production lines. This way we can all see what were some of the details that were white out, or some of the information such as, you know, this on top, any white out mistakes. But when, you know, I'm looking at the artwork, I don't see a lot of mistakes that Brian Bolland's done, aside from that stat here and there. His artwork is pretty clean, very precise. I don't see any mistakes, and I don't see a lot of editorial adjustments too. Whereas Brian, here's a stat over here. Whereas Brian Bolland would draw something, and editors would tell him, "Oh, I don't like this. Please redraw it," and then there would be like stats on top of it. So this shows how great of an artist Brian Bolland is. Okay, more Animal Man. Look at the detail of the spider. He can draw like simplistic artwork and detail artwork. The way Brian Bolland draws his facial expressions is really, really convincing. Like, it really looks good. It's not just like a character that has the same face throughout the whole comic book, but when you're looking at his faces, the way he draws it, you can tell there's expressions on his face. Well, I wonder how long it takes Brian Bolland to work on a cover. I'm sure it really depends on the detail of the artwork. Oh, here's some of the Robin series that he worked on. Okay, here's this. If any of you own original Brian Bolland pages, please comment down below and let me know which original art of Brian Bolland page that you have. I know they run really, really expensive, and they're really rare to find. I haven't been able to see any Brian Bolland pages. This is as close as I can get to seeing some of Brian Bolland's original artwork. So if you have some please comment down below and let us know which title, which page, which cover. I would like to know what kind of I would like to know what viewers, who my viewers are, to see that watches my YouTube videos. Okay, here's this one, the tray dressing. This is a nice cover. I remember this cover. Wonder Woman. Brian Augustine was the editor at the time. We have this, and then we have a different editor, Cooperberg. You know, it could be a different title, different Wonder Woman title. I remember this one. Look how steady Brian Bolland's hands are. Like, each of his hash line is perfectly spaced, perfect length. That requires a lot of skill. And then we have this page. Here is a spread. Let me move this over. Here's a spread here. And then we have this page. This is a Wonder Woman page. Turn it this way. Okay. Then I'm going to go continue on. Okay. This probably took him a couple of hours to do, this cover for Wonder Woman number 100. but you know, there's probably some large Wonder Woman words and stars and stuff over there. So just so you guys know, if you're working in comics and then you're getting paid to do a cover, the amount that the publisher pays, say this one, is the same amount they'll pay for this one. So you're getting paid for the piece of artwork that you've done, not for the amount of details that you put in it. So some pages will take longer to do, some pages will take is easier and quicker to do, but they all pay the same, regardless of the amount of detail. Okay, and then there's this one, the vertical image over here. And then we're going to go, this is one of the covers for Princess and the Frog. And then we have gallery color covers. So this is Brian Bolland's color work as well. So there's this one. Oh, there's a glare, I'm going to hold it up. Hold it up so to reduce glare. Okay. We have this one. Let me turn the light back on, see if it's still okay, so it's not too dark. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay. Then we have, this is probably for a back cover or something. We have this page, a Wonder Woman page here. Then we have this overlay. So here's the colors on this one, and then the overlay in black and white. I wonder if the overlay has any colors. You guys should have, these, you know, graffiti design should have made this in color too. So maybe 3 color overlay, and it's not supposed to be like that. Okay. And then here's this, and then a lobster. This will look great at a restaurant, like a frame artwork on a restaurant. Yeah, Brian Bolland is such an amazing artist. He can pencil, he can ink, he can color. He can, I wonder if he can like also letter and write. If you know if Brian Bolland knows how to write, please comment down below and let me know. Wow, look at this one. This one looks like a photograph. That's how well this is done. This one's just painted. Yeah, this one's just painted. What year was this? This is 1994. Yeah, this one's really impressive. Okay, we have Tank Girl. Tank Girl again. More Tank Girl. Tank Girl. Tank Girl is DC Comics, right? Yeah. Spectre. So we're getting to the phase where I started working in comic books. So this is around the time I started working in comic books. The year. Okay, is this? Why did I go digital? Well, you can blame Dave Gibbons. Okay, is this going to be like a lot of text for the digital work? Yep, there's a lot of text. A lot of exclamation as why I went digital. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up so you guys can read. Oh, this thing is so heavy. Again, feel free to pause the video if you want to read all that. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the next page. Let's see, I want to go over here. Make sure I don't skip a page. Let's see, and go back. Double check. Okay, we're gonna read this one. Whoa, heavy, heavy, heavy. We have this. Again, if you want to read, pause the video. Okay. My old friend Dave Gibbons had a new tool, a computer. I've never owned one or even touched one. In 1996, I headed over to his studio and he showed me a marvelous thing on his computer called Photoshop. Yeah, Photoshop is like one of the best digital inking drawing tools that I use too. I recently drawn in ink a short story for Freak Show, a graphic novel accompanying a CD by the enigmatic San Francisco band, The Residents. They sent me a CD-ROM of the game that went with it. Okay, so here is, let me hold this up so you can read this part. My first computer-generated effort came late 1997 with the cover to The Invisibles. Volume 2, number 11. I planted disemboweled green hand with 2 fingers extended. My preliminary with 1 finger had been rejected. Okay, let's take the next page, and then here's the text over here. I'm going to read this on top while I hold this up, so you guys can pause and read that, pause and play. Let's see. I don't exactly remember with which issue I abandoned real-world tools altogether and went completely digital. The transition was satisfying and liberating one for me. So now that Brian Bolland started going digital, he's not doing that much traditional artwork. So original art collecting is going to be more rare. So you won't be able to like find his original art of some of his newer work in the market. So we're going to take a look at this page. This is a spread right over here. Okay. There's a printing error over here. Okay. And then we're going to go look at this page. Okay. So it's weird that this one has this weird printing error where the pages fold over. If I unfold it, let me show you how it looks. It's going to look like this. Look at that. So that unfold page is like this. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it folded. Okay, put this back in there. Pinups and miscellaneous gallery. Okay, go here. I recognize this cover. Was this a pinup? Yeah, I think it was a pinup. Let me see. Metamorpho, the Elemental Man. We have Looker. And what's this? Another overlay. Overlay on top of one piece of artwork. I wonder why. What year was this? 1987. Okay. Why not just? I wonder why. Oh, maybe it was just like different coloring to do the overlay. So it looks like Brian Bolland did the artwork on an overlay, like on a separate piece of paper. Here's this, and then this is some of the text that were inside. Okay, here's this. And you're gonna have Wonder Woman page, Doom Patrol page over here. This image is amazing. Sergeant Rock special, the cover. Like, I remember looking at it for the first time, and I would just hold the piece of the graphic novel, the cover, and I would just look at it over and over again. This image, if you Google up Sergeant Rock Bolland, this is the image that you're going to see. This is the first image that pops up online. Very, very nice artwork. There's spatter, there's rendering, there's whiting that's going on. A lot of very detailed. Okay, here's this. This one is Sandman, Gallery of Dreams. Death. Okay, you're gonna go here. Wonder Woman. And then Gallery, UK and conventions. So it looks like a artwork that he's done at comic book conventions. Comic-Con 277. Some of us weren't even born during this time. Okay. We have this. Maybe convention sketches. Program book. This is for a program book. We have this one. So back here, there's, what should say, Joker, gifted to Joe Orlando. Okay. Presentation art. Hey, is this the same image that we saw with the overlay earlier? Let's go back and see if I can find that quickly. Is it? Oh no, it's different. Same character, so there's this one, and then there's this one. Ben, the comic news magazine. You have the colors, and then the black and white. We have this one, Forbidden Planet. There's a comic book store, Forbidden Planet. T-shirts for the U.S. market. Then we have this. I think Brian Bolland's more polished one. This one seems to be a little bit more rougher. Printed cover, painted by somebody else. Another person that colored on top of it. Wonder Woman artwork. Afterword, Killing Joke, my final word. Okay. Let's see. How much text did he write? Alright guys, I'm gonna hold this up for you guys. This is heavy book. Alright. Okay, feel free to pause the video if you want to read this. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn the page. Turn the page over here. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up. Pause the video. Okay, move this up here. Pause the video again. And then you can pause and play, go back, and then read the rest of it. There you go. And then next, we're gonna have, I think, another page where it's talking. Here's the artwork. And then we have these words here. Okay. We're going closer. Okay, we're gonna go here. And then we have the bottom one paragraph. All right. And then turn the page here. And then the last few bits. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up again. Here's the words. Read it if you like. Here's the bottom part. And then that little sentence on the bottom. Brian Bolland wrote this text about 5 years ago. It remains his final word, The Killing Joke, for now. Okay, we have scan from production Blue Line, colored by John Higgins. And then we have the almost coming closer to the last few pages. So these are the pencils. Remember earlier in the video I saw another page where it says it was scans of pencils. This is more of a pencil that I recognize, like more of a gray. So earlier that one which said it was pencils, I don't know if that's a production mistake. It looks more like inks. Okay, and then here's the last page, biography. I'm going to hold this closer. Those of you who wants to read it. Okay, here we go. Here's this page. Here's the top. Let me see if I can open up this book so it doesn't fold over to the gutter. Hopefully you can read all that. I'm going to hold it like this. Hold it like this. And then the bottom. And then angle it here. Okay, and that's the whole book. Okay. And then here's the front cover again. Let's take one more look of this, The Killing Joke, Brian Bolland's gallery edition. Okay, we're going to take a look at the back. Here's the back cover. Let's take a look at Batman. Look at that Batman. Look how nice that looks. And then we have the spine. Okay, and finally we have that piece of paper. So those of you who wants to read it, I'm gonna hold it here. You can pause and play the video. Okay, and there you have it. That's this. Here it is. So there you have it. That is the Brian Bolland Batman Artist Edition, Gallery Edition. I keep calling Artist Edition. Gallery Edition by Graffiti Designs. Check out my website. It's waldenart.com. There's different things that you can look at. My artwork, my gallery, and so forth. And if you enjoyed these videos, think about supporting me over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/waldenart. Over there, there's different tiers that you can look at. So please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Hit like, share, and make comments. Anytime you make a comment, I'll try my best to respond back to you guys. Take care and have a good day. Bye-bye.